GST. I know that when anybody asks us, you are pretty much to say that check with your accountant and double confirm,
Mhm.
they will handle it. But at some point, somewhere in the questions I read somewhere, where it said, if you, or in the notes you were mentioning, that if you are converting a residential into an office and
Yeah,
it's a Airbnb, and if it's
yeah,
bought, you pay the if it's brand new, you pay the GST, right?
yeah.
After
Mhm.
buying it, you convert it in as an office because you need an office in
Mhm.
that townhouse or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, it also says when you're selling an office, you're supposed to pay GST. So I bought it in the first place, paid it with the builder.
Mhm.
Now, reselling it after 10 years or 20 years, am I paying it again? Sorry, that
Mhm.
concept didn't make sense a little bit. So if you can bring some clarity.
Yes. Okay, so any commercial property, every time
Mm-hmm.
it's purchased or sold, there's GST, right? So when we
Mm-hmm.
bought our office space, we had to pay GST even though it was not brand new, right? So if we were to sell the office space, then yes, there will be GST payable by the buyer again. So every time a commercial property changes hands, there will be GST, right? So I had clients who purchased Airbnb in Jasper, and there was GST on that, like 25,000 or something. So there was GST on it. So for commercial properties, every time a commercial property changes hands, there will be GST on that. Every time it's sold, I should say there's a GST. Because commercial products, like every time when you guys buy a course from us, we have to collect GST because that's the requirement by the government. Government basically is making us the tax collector because they want the GST. So just like that, the seller becomes the tax collector essentially.